Canadian physician Yipeng Ge is on board a freedom flotilla that's trying to break Israel's siege on Gaza. The flotilla is carrying prosthetic limbs, medication, baby formula, medicine, and more. I've been in touch with him and he has sent me videos and messages from on board the Handala, which is the newest freedom flotilla. I'm going to share that with you, but first let me give you a little bit of context. Yipeng's effort comes after another flotilla, the Madleen, almost made it to Gaza, but was illegally intercepted by the Israeli authorities. That's the flotilla that Greta Thunberg was on. And I say it was illegally intercepted because for the interception to have been legal under international law, Israel's naval blockade has to have been legal, which means, among other conditions, it has to not stop the delivery of humanitarian aid to civilians. So, the newest Freedom Flotilla is part of the same coalition that sent the Madleen and that has been trying to sail against Israel's blockade since 2010. Because yes, Israel's horrific abuse of Palestinians has been going on since well before October 7th. In footage posted to social media, Epangs shows an example of the prosthetics the flotilla is attempting to bring to Gaza.
Right now, there are more child amputees in Gaza than anywhere else in the world.
And as we texted, he also sent me this footage from on board the boat that just kind of gives you a little feeling of hope. Here's the other video message that Yipeng sent to me that I'm sharing with you.
I've been on the Handala Freedom Flotilla for the past day now, and I'm so inspired and hopeful to be with other activists, volunteers from many different parts of the world, all walks of life, different corners of the world, who are bringing in much needed medical supplies, baby formula, prosthetic limbs for the children of Gaza, including food for the children. And this is all needed because Israel continues the blockade and the siege on the Palestinian people in Gaza, and the ongoing bombardments amounting to genocide live streamed before our eyes. And I'm inspired by these people who are doing what they can within their power, in accordance with international humanitarian law, to deliver much needed humanitarian aid in this moment of great tragedy and great suffering. But the people on this boat also know that charity and humanitarian aid is not the solution. The solution is the liberation of the Palestinian people in Palestine, in Gaza. And as much as this boat is bringing in much needed supplies, it is a political expression in full solidarity with the Palestinian people, as they deserve not only all these supplies and much more, but they deserve liberation, self-determination, the right to life, dignity, and hope. And this is what this ship and so many other ships that came before it and the ships that will come after it will deliver.
While Yipeng can't stay on board the flotilla for the entire trip to Gaza, he and others on it are trying to help, and that matters. Because evil can only succeed with the help of good people who look the other way and do nothing. By refusing to look away and by refusing to stop trying no matter the odds, good people are refusing to leave this fight. And that is critical because Israel is not stopping. For example, just yesterday, July 14th, Israel killed Palestinian children who were collecting water in a central Gaza refugee camp. There is a water crisis in Gaza. And according to reporting from Al Jazeera, that thirst is pushing people to areas like the refugee camp that Israel just attacked. According to Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud, quote, "This is not the first time it's happening. This is close to 10 times, and just in the past few months when people were directly and deliberately targeted as they were trying to get water." Israel is also confiscating supplies that people try to bring in. Yipeng shared text messages with me that he received from a fellow doctor who was entering Gaza. In the messages, the doctor confirmed that Israeli forces took the medical supplies from him that he had tried to bring into the region. They also confiscated baby formula. How can that be described as anything less than denial of humanitarian access during a conflict, which is an explicit war crime? Meanwhile, Canada is coming up on almost 2 months since our government put out a statement demanding Israel, quote, "allow a full resumption of aid into Gaza immediately." And there has still been no concrete action. In fact, my repeated emails to the Foreign Affairs Minister's office asking for updates on this situation honestly feel like more of a nuisance than anything else, requiring multiple follow-ups and rarely getting a fulsome answer. I've only been told by her communications staff that, quote, "the urgent need for humanitarian aid being allowed to enter Gaza is one the minister raises each time she speaks to the conflict in the Middle East." Great. Can we actually do something? In fact, at a special session of the Assembly of States Party to the International Criminal Court, Mexico delivered a joint statement on behalf of 48 states condemning the sanctions on ICC personnel. The statement came after the US sanctioned UN Special Rapporteur on the occupied Palestinian territories, Francesca Albanese, for having the audacity to do her job, which includes, like, trying to ensure respect for international law and the human rights, justice, and dignity of Palestinians. God, how dare she? Canada did not join that statement, despite Minister Anand asserting weekly when asked about this that Canada believes in international law and the institutions that implement it.
What do you make of the United States doing this, going all the way with sanctions on a UN official?
Well, I will say that Canada believes in international law and Canada believes in the institutions that are at the heart of dispensing international law. And it is extremely important in the rules-based order that has kept us all safe since the end of the Second World War to respect those institutions and the individuals who are dispensing that law.
Words without action are meaningless. That's probably why when I asked Yipeng, who was on board the Freedom Flotilla as I texted him this, what message he has for the Canadian government, he told me this, quote, "To the Canadian government, the time to end your complicity in Israel's crimes was yesterday. Today, do what is necessary and within your power to end Israel's crimes. Sanctions, end free trade, end arms trade, full two-way arms embargo. Anything less is ongoing complicity and active involvement in allowing Israel to commit genocide." I sent that full quote to the Foreign Affairs Minister's office and asked for their response to it. If they give me one, I'll let you know what they say. Meanwhile, Yipeng had a message for Canadians more broadly too. Quote, "Please do what you can to help end Canadian complicity in Israel's genocide and occupation of the Palestinian people." There are so many little things that we can each do, and you don't have to do them all. Just whatever you're able to. You can write your MP, you can call them, you can participate in protests, participate in boycotts, sign petitions. Just any small part that you can do will make a difference. And I'll keep you posted with my reporting. What do you think of all this?